How the fuck do I start? So people would literally say to me, day in, day out, go back to your fucking country, you're a dirty immigrant. I would get food thrown in my face. Yes. I'm just sat there like, please, please just put us in groups, just like don't. Ugh. Hello there. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am coming to you from my floor this time because, I don't know, I wanted to make it a little bit more personal. You know when you're like chatting to a best friend and stuff and you guys are just like chilling on the, what's my toe doing? I wanted to cut back all the flashy shit. I just wanted to have this video be real and just raw and just me, you know? I don't have any studio lights on, I'm not in like my little pretty spot where I usually sit. All of that stuff, I just got it and just threw it away for this video. This is just me, raw, coming to you from a very real place. I do want to make this video lighthearted even though it's very serious shit. Basically, the caption for this might have thrown you off a little bit, but basically we're going to be talking about my experience, pretty much like all my teen years, just being bullied and going through a bit of a traumatizing situation, you know? I'm honestly trying to make this video just a fun video to watch and also something that you can learn something from and not just like a pity video. I don't really like that, okay? We're just staying away from that. Everyone goes through shit, you know? Everyone goes through shit. I'm just purely sharing my experience, and I know so many people go through this every day. It doesn't matter if you're like in primary school, high school, if you're in a full-time job, like it does not matter what stage of life you are in. This will have probably happened to you at some stage in your life. So how the do I start? Let me start this from the beginning. Let me just rewind all my years. So I live in the UK, but I was born in Brazil and I moved here at a relatively young age. You know, I spoke Portuguese, I didn't know the language, was a foreigner, like yada yada yada. So my sort of bullying experience, I guess, all started when I got into high school. High school for me, oh my, like those were the worst years ever. Like honestly, I'm sorry there's a police car outside. Can you please leave? I'm trying to have a heart here, okay? So as soon as I sort of stepped foot into high school on my first day, first class, everything, I just was a target. It was very, 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 very easy to target me because I was born in another country. My mum had a very strong accent, which is totally fine, by the way, but yeah, she did have a strong accent. So when she came to pick me up, like it was just so obvious that I was not born in the UK, and people would say some nasty ass shit. Like thinking back to it now, I'm like, oh my god, like kids are fucking mean, like they are intense. Same goes with adults, same goes with everyone really, but kids especially, I feel like they have like no filter. So people would literally say to me, day in, day out, go back to your fucking country, you dirty immigrant, go back to the favelas, because obviously Brazil is known for like the favela region and like the drug crimes. Go back to your fucking country, you're a dirty immigrant. Like I would just be walking around like the recess bit where, you know, you go for lunch or whatever, and I would literally get people like yelling across the pavement to me, Brazilian beep, or like, you know, just really derogatory words that obviously everyone at that time was like 13, 14, so I don't know if they knew exactly what it meant, but as a 13, 14-year-old that's never sort of experienced anything like that before, you are seriously taken back and you're like, you just don't know what to do. And I was quite a shy girl in high school. Like I wasn't really like loud and out there and confident very much. I was just really shy, kept to myself. So yeah, they would be calling me names all day, all night, like just a lot, you know, just a lot. I wish obviously at the time I didn't get so damaged by it and just so like traumatized by the whole situation. I would get food thrown in my face. Yes, food thrown in my face. And then obviously there's like the smaller things, like just, you know, if the teacher's being like, everyone get in pairs of 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, I would always be that left out girl that I'm just sat there like, please, please just put us in groups, just like don't, ugh. do. And then the teacher would always have to sort of put me in a group, and the people in that group would be like, oh no, why the fuck are you putting her in this group, blah blah blah. Like, you know, little things like that do add up when you are 13, 14. It gets to you for sure. Like, there were days in, days out that I would just cry myself to sleep. This is getting into like the deep stuff. I don't want to get too like emotional and sad in this video, but I'm just telling you how it is, you know. So yeah, that was a few very tough years for sure. And every time someone, let's say in geography, every time the teacher would bring up South America, everyone in the class would like start laughing, point fingers, be like, oh, we've got a poor third world country person in here. And like now to me it's funny, but you can imagine at the time, like, that's not something someone can change. There's nothing wrong with being born in a different country. It's fine. Like, everyone is the same. Do you know what I mean? We're all made out of water, meat and bones, so it does not matter where you come from. So yeah, that was a tough period, to say the least. A tough period, probably wrong choice of words. As with every high school, you've got the popular girls, you know, the ones that think they're on top of the world, the mean girls. There were a lot of those in my school, quite a lot, not just 3 like the actual movie, but you know, like a big group of them. They made fun of my appearance, which is also like one of the most sort of common things that I guess bullies will do, and just find it funny, but they don't actually know, or maybe at least a lot of them won't actually understand the effect that that has on someone, especially over like a years, you know, like a huge period of time where it's happening every single day. Like, it's intensive, it's not nice, it's just a shitty situation to be in, you know. I'm the kind of person that, like, if someone's saying something super nasty to me in my face and stuff, like I just think to myself, I don't know what this person is going through. Maybe they're having some of the worst situations you can imagine within their like family. Maybe this is their way of just sort of trying to like express their emotions of their like own frustrations. Most of the time, people that bully you and people that are nasty to you aren't actually nasty to you because of you. They're nasty to you because they have their own crap going on. Sometimes they're a terrible way of expressing it. So in my head, I was always like, okay, right, I don't know what these people are going through. This is hurting me, obviously, badly. I'm traumatized. I never want to see a high school ever again in my life. I just want to curl up in a ball. But I'm not the kind of person to just say something nasty to someone. Like, I can't. Like, I physically, like, I can't do it. I physically could not be horrible to this person, even though they were being terrible to me. Think of something else, ignore it, pretend it's not happening. It's so hard. I know it's so hard. It's so hard when someone is shouting across the class from you or something. You know, go back to your country, you dirty immigrant, go back to your favelas, stop stealing the country's money. Like, if someone's screaming at you, you sometimes, you know, you want to say something back and you want to argue back with that person. But I honestly just listened to what my mum was telling me, and she sort of taught me this, like, ignore it. Like, don't bring yourself to their level. And that's such a common repeated thing over and over and over. Like, just ignore it, just ignore it. But truly, just ignore it. You fighting back is going to be a waste of your energy. Like, you could focus on other things. You can focus on what you want to do in life, your dreams, your goals. So many more things you can focus on than giving these people your energy, because you don't know what they're going through. You have no idea. And also, it's just not worth your time. Be better than those people. There were slight moments where I did have friendships. I did find people to relate to. I did have some fun. But all in all, 90% of it, of my like kind of teenage experience, was kind of crappy. So fast forwarding to college, that is a whole another ballpark. Like, I was actually starting to, you know, kind of enjoy school a little bit more and like actually have a few friends and stuff. And the minute I started Instagram and YouTube, it just went downhill from there. Everyone just, again, made fun of the girl who did YouTube, made fun of the girl who was posting like fitness videos, and I was kind of like the person that everyone laughed at. And yeah, like, all the girls in that class hated my guts. Like, when I say hate, I really do mean like they hated my guts. I could have easily just stopped, just quit, just stopped what I was doing, but I loved it. And also, the more I grew on social media, the more I actually got to chat to people and make some amazing friendships. Sorry, I don't want this video to be emotional. That's not what I planned for this video. Sorry, right, okay, I'm good. It's better not run mascara down my face, I swear to God. Okay, this makeup took a while. But yeah, I started to like grow my Instagram a lot at that time and speak to so many of you guys and honestly have like these crazy conversations and such amazing friendships through Instagram and through like the platforms I had. All of these girls in my surroundings hate my guts and probably want to see me crash and burn. At least I have, you know, all of these amazing, super kind, genuine people talking to me. Honestly, that is kind of why I started going into it more and more and more, because I genuinely loved and like really needed that support. Like, social media got me through that, and everyone that supported me and just chatted to me and just everyone that helped, and for that I'm just incredibly grateful. Obviously I'm grateful for so many more things other than that, but that was a huge thing to me because honestly made me feel like I wasn't totally alone, and I did have people that would, you know, really stick up for me, and like it was really nice, you know. So thank you for saving me, because like you guys were there for me when I was going through a rough time. So when I get messages with girls also going through a rough time, I just think when I was going through that, you guys were there for me, so why shouldn't I be there for you guys? Like, if I hadn't have gone through everything I did, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And I just sort of learned a lot from everything. Like, it honestly taught me so many lessons that only sort of experience can teach you, and it definitely gave me this like crazy like drive and passion to really do something with my life and really like not show these people up, but like prove to myself that I am not what they ever said I was, and that I was so much more than just the words that people use. So if you are going through a situation like this, just know things happen for a reason, and maybe you're meant to go through that to make you stronger for what's to come. So I know it can be very difficult when you're in it, trust me, I really do know, but there's a plane going past, okay? Try and be positive and just really find out what it is that you love, that you wake up in the morning and want to do, like hobbies, anything work related, anything that you know that is like your passion or something that you want to do in the future for your life. Focus on that and get like all the frustration and every like bit of anxiety and sadness and anger and everything you have, and literally just throw it all into what you're passionate about and your goals and your dreams. And I cannot tell you how powerful that is and how much determination people have that have been through an utter amount of crap in their lives. It honestly does make you stronger, and it makes you more determined, it motivates you, and it just makes you really strive for what you want to become and not what people tell you that you are. If you are going through a situation similar to this, just remember that. Just keep that in your mind every day. Just rethink it, write it down, focus on what you want to do in your life, focus on the person you want to be, and throw everything you have into that, and I guarantee you it will pay off. You know, I am where I am today because of everything that happened. In a weird way, it's all sort of like indirectly or maybe directly like led me where I am today. So I'm glad that it happened. Like, I'm glad, so glad that I went through that, because it's made me who I am, and it's brought me so many other good things. You don't know what true happiness is and what being really grateful and everything is unless you've been in a position that was shitty, and you know what the other side is like, so it just makes you appreciate everything so much more. You can literally do anything you put your mind to, and don't let people tell you otherwise, or let them tell you otherwise, but just know within yourself that you are 10 times better than that. Thank you so much for watching this bit of a roller coaster video. I hope it wasn't too like outlandish or anything. Outlandish? I don't know if even that's the right word for this. Just know you're not alone, you know? You got me, I'm here for you. We got each other. I tell you my shit, you tell me your shit. We share our shits here, okay? If you've made it to the end, you are a real one. I will see you in the next one. Bye.